Hey Red River, just wanted to give you another video update. I just got back from a prayer retreat myself just last week where Jesus totally kicked my butt, but it was good to be with him and just a great time for me to get away and pray and reflect, think about my own soul and think about the ministry here. And speaking of retreats, I just know it's been a heavy retreat season for us. South Texas and Texas Gulf Coast had big chapter retreats all together, and a lot of you in Centex and North Texas, Oklahoma have been having chapter retreats, and so it's been great to hear snippets of what's been going on there, how the Lord is changing lives, how you guys are just doing some excellent teaching and just working hard to really bring a new student outreach to a great close, or to build your chapter into a solid community. Special shout out to Esther Liu, one of our newest staff, sharing the gospel to 120 students from 3 different chapters: Baylor, the ME chapter, and AFC, and UT Dallas. And she shared the gospel, and 5 students, as I understand, came to Christ. 27 made recommitments to Jesus. And so that's great. Way to go, Esther, and way to go, all of you, for serving your students so well. I do mainly want to take my time to address one important issue in this update, and that's fundraising. As you all know, probably all know, that a lot of staff are struggling in FD, if not you yourself, and so we've been, as a regional leadership team, praying for you and trying to find ways to help. I do want to point out a couple of things. We have about 7 or 8 staff who have over $5,000 deficits. That's the most we've seen at the end of September in 5 years. So it's a pretty serious situation. I'm sure a lot of that's a function of the economy, but nonetheless, we need to take quick action. And so just to remind you, look at the FD policies to see where you are on the chart. Many people are between 70 and 84% in funding, which means they should be spending 16 to 20 hours off campus working on FD, and that's a big chunk of time. And I know that hurts work on campus, but we are more concerned with your longevity on staff and your funding in the long run than we are over the next month or two with what might be lost with 2 days on campus, even though it's a loss. So this is a kind of an all-out effort that we need to make to work on FD, especially if you're way behind. You need to spend time off campus. I want to encourage you to do that. Obviously, your directors are probably talking to you about game plans and potential reduced salaries, or a need to reduce salary, which isn't anyone's the funnest part of our jobs, but it's important that we line up your salaries with where your percentage is at and hopefully bring that back up as quick as we can to where it should be. But I want to invite all of us to be in solidarity in FD, and there's a couple ways to do that. Obviously, we could pray and fast for our staff and for ourselves and for the Lord to provide. This is the time of season where a lot of people give moving into December, or they think about their next calendar year giving, and so it's a great time to be asking. Another very practical way we can help is by donor sharing. So if all of us who are 85, 90% or above in funding, if we could, I want to ask us all to consider who we could ask on our donor support team to give to someone else on our team that's got great need, and maybe ask multiple people to give $25, $50 a month to a new staff. I've done that many times. I find that donors are very receptive to that, and they care who I think and who you think has need and will give if they've given to you. So please consider donor sharing. And consider making calls together. Maybe go to the office together and make phone calls together to donors with someone who's really off campus and working on that. So find ways to work together. And lastly, be a donor. Honestly, it's one of the best things I love doing is giving to staff. Consider, if you're not giving already, to give to one of your staff in need. And the Lord will honor that. I really believe He does, and I've experienced how He does that. So that's a serious matter, and so please, for the next 2 months, really till the end of December, let's make a concerted effort on our fund development and bring these deficits down and bring all of our salaries up, and see the Lord provide. Lastly, I'm looking forward to, and speaking of December, Regional Staff Conference. It'll be a great time for us to celebrate this 4-year strategic plan that's coming to a close, and we've seen 300 5,400 conversions already, which is phenomenal. Praise God. A lot of new chapter plants, 4 underway right now. 35-40% growth in our student numbers, a huge number of growth in our staff numbers. So, many ways you guys have just done phenomenal work. And I'm so proud of you and glad to celebrate that together. At the same time, we're looking ahead as a regional leadership team, and we really feel God calling us to do more planting. And we'll talk about that at the regional staff conference and see where the Lord's taking us and move forward together. And I believe the Lord will bless that. I believe as we take risks for the kingdom to get to new parts of our campus, to get to new campuses, He will bless our risk-taking with funding, with new staff, with more energy, and ultimately with more students and faculty who are transformed now to be world changers forever. So thanks, friends. Thanks, Red River. I love you all. I'm praying for you. Please let me know how I can pray for you. I would love to get all of your prayer letters. I get most of them, but I'd love to get those so I know how to pray for you. And look forward to seeing you in December. Take care.